I'm starting.
Dude, I wasn't nervous at all about presenting until now.
Really?
Yeah.
It hits you now?
No, not because I'm actually presenting, because of this damn stuff.
What is it again?
So,
You need to circle a little bit bigger.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Sorry, ready?
Yeah, we all gotta like.
So this is around the X.
We need to apologize. Alright, wait for what's up? We're waiting for everyone.
Alright, I'll just follow my lead. Everyone just knows. Who are we? Hey! Who are we? Hey! Who are we? Hey! We are AIS! Hey! Let's go! All right. Welcome to the official AIS Kickoff Fall 2021 COVID edition. We're so excited to have everyone here. I'm going to take my mask off. My glasses are getting a little foggy. But thank you all for being so patient. We're sorry about the delay, but we'll just go ahead and jump right into it. I'm going to get my clicker real quick. All right. So let's go over the agenda for today so you all know what we're talking about. First, we're going to talk about the about us. Who are we? If you don't know us already. Then we're going to talk about the team, who's running the show. We're going to talk about what we do, specifically our 3 main initiatives. Then we're going to talk about membership and the way that you guys can be part of the AIS. And then you'll hear from our awesome partner organizations that we work with in the past. They have a lot of good activities like our club, so that'll be awesome. Then we'll talk about office applications, how you can join and permanently contribute to our organization. Then we'll have a giveaway. So stay to the end for that. So if you are SVP, you're already eligible for the giveaway, so no need to do an extra sign or whatnot. And the final notes, regarding food, I'm pretty sure a lot of you are here for that, and that's thank you. So that's the agenda for today. Let's go into about us. So I'm just going to do some quick polls here. How many of you are or have been a victim to TikTok? Come on, be honest. There's no way it's okay. Now you're raising your hands. All right. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. How many of y'all have used a chatbot before? Anyways. Chatbot, okay, good amount of you. All right, cool. Anyone here a gamer? All right, there we go. All gamers. Okay, so you may have heard this, I guess this bad joke in my partner kickoffs, but you may have wondered why, TikTok or even Netflix for that matter always gets you glued to hours and hours into your screen, right? It's like, 1 second you're on it and 4 hours later, like, holy crap, Or you might have wondered, why popular websites these days are starting to use chatbots a lot more often. You see kind of like the chatbot notification at the bottom right, like, whoa, they added that? Or even why it's so hard to beat that NPC for your favorite video game, right? There's a lot of different reasons for this, but it all comes down to one answer, which is AI. From the basic conception of self-driving cars to just recently AI being able to code completely by itself. This field is ever expanding, and you guys interact with it a lot more than you think. And that's kind of the reason why we, AIS, is here at UTD today. So I don't want to talk about a backstory about who we were, how we became to be today. That's boring. I'm going to tell you 2 things: our mission and our goal for being here. First one, we want to promote education here at UTD and our surrounding communities. Previously we've done a lot of outreach programs at different high schools to really get people to know more about this field, as well as college students where you guys kind of know a lot more knowledge than you did previously. You're more exposed to the tech field per se, and so we're here to really start that education. Our second one is we want to make education opportunities available to everyone regardless of major or previous experience. We know that it can be slightly intimidating to go into a new field such as artificial intelligence. Just by a poll, how many of them are intimidated already just by hearing the word AI? Okay, good amount of you. I was initially too. Yeah, it sucked. I was like, there's no way I'm going to be anything part with this. But one person. Oh, Oh. We drew an X on here so that the people on virtual can see me. My bad, virtual people. So we're kind of here to, regardless of even if you're like an ITS or like a business administration major or a finance major, we really want to make everyone appreciate this technology in any way possible. So that gets to our goals, right? The first one is to demystify the field of AI. I like to use the analogy that, AI is a black box and AI is the flashlight in that black box, where you're like trying to guide you the right direction with proper resources. Second one is replace your fear with passion and your complexity with simplicity. As we all notice, a lot of us are intimidated by just hearing the word AI. So we want to break it down for you from the building blocks all the way up. And lastly, develop appreciation. In your 4 years at UTD, you'll probably learn a lot and maybe specialize in something that you really enjoy. When it comes to artificial intelligence, there's so many applications, but at the end of the day, we're not asking you to be like master data science or ML engineers. We really just want you to know what this technology is about and how it's being developed in our world today. So now that you know kind of the gist about who we are, let's go ahead and introduce the team itself, which I'm really super proud of. I'm going to go and start with myself. So my name is Sanjeev. I'm president here at AIS, and I'm a senior studying computer science. I guess my job as a president, I kind of run the show in a sense. I make sure everything's running smoothly. I really support any initiatives that we have or anyone needs my help. I'm always there for them. Fun fact about me, I did Taekwondo for 9 years before I came to college, so that's my favorite pastime in a sense. But yeah, I'm going to go and pass off to Benzo, our Vice President of Community Events.
My name is Utso. I'm a CS senior. I'm the Vice President of Community Events, so basically helping assemble all the medium to small events going on, like workshops or school outreach events or any other kind of events in the local community or on campus. For fun fact, I like to listen to music, always looking for a conversation about that. I like to follow sports like fantasy football and everything. And then I'll introduce Rishi, our Vice President of Conferences.
Hi. Hey guys, my name is Rushi. I'm a sophomore. As you can see, I'm Vice President of Conference Events, so essentially I do the most important and fun part about our entire club, which is Hack AI, which I do only. Yes, perfect, thank you. Let's see, fun fact. I was once lost in a jungle in India for a week. So if you want to hear that story, join AIS. And I'll introduce, is Omar?
No.
Never mind. Sanjeev will introduce Omar.
So our Vice President Outreach, Omar, couldn't be here today, unfortunately. He's kind of experiencing some symptoms, so it was better for him to stay at home. But just a little bit about himself. He's a senior, doing computer science as well, and kind of what he does as an outreach chair is he builds programs that take AI education outside of UTD, and he also does a program that many of you might have heard, which is aimed here on campus, which I'll actually explain later down the slides. I'm going to pass it off to our treasurer, Ruchita.
Hey guys, I'm Ruchita. I'm the treasurer of AIS for this year. It's so nice to finally see you guys. I'm in charge of all the financial affairs of AIS, and I'm currently a senior majoring in cognitive science. I'm on the fast track master's program for applied cognition and neuroscience. And a fun fact about me is I've lived in 5 countries. If you want to know what they are, join in.
Hi guys, I'm Allison. I'm the secretary, and I'm an ITS freshman, so JSON represent. As a secretary, I kind of do a lot of the admin work, like making sure people go to meetings, messaging a lot of people to do stuff when they don't do it. Kind of like attendance, Coda, Google Workspace stuff, so all that like moving stuff. And a fun fact about me is that I have worked in all different stages of life. I worked at a daycare the past summer, and then before COVID, I worked at a retirement center, and then I also worked a job which is normal age people in a bakery. So yeah, I've been in all ages of people.
All right, we're going to go ahead and engage meet our director, so we'll start with Camille.
Hey
everyone, my name is Kumel Bopari. I'm the technology director here at AIS. The technology team is basically the maintainers of our code base. So that would be our GitHub projects, our website, our Discord server, and basically any technological infrastructure that AIS uses. Fun fact about me, I like to sim race, if anyone knows what that is. Basically, it's video games geared towards professional racers, but I'm not a professional racer, I just like to play video games. Thanks. All right.
Alright, hello everyone. My name is Zan Nguyen. I am a junior majoring in ITS, so again, Jason represent. And I am the operations director. So what the operations team does is being in charge of the logistics of all of AIS's events. So making sure that we have the venue set up, we have it cleaned up after the event, and making sure that y'all get what y'all signed up for when you come to an AIS event. So AKA the best of the best. And a fun fact about myself is when I was a kid, I think I broke both my front teeth running up my house's set of stairs. And then when my younger brother was born, he broke both of his front teeth running down that same set of stairs. So I guess it's a family tradition now, but yeah. And I'll introduce our marketing director, Solon.
Hey y'all, how you doing? My name is Soham Mukherjee. I'm the current marketing director for AIS. So if you see any of our flyers or follow our social media, we'll have a link soon. You'll get to see a lot of what is great about AIS. Currently, I'm a computer science junior at UTD. And fun fact about myself, I like writing urban fantasy in my free time, and one of my life goals is to write a fiction book series. So I'm currently working on that. But if you want to stay tuned for more amazing content from AIS, definitely check us out. Thank you.
How's it going, everybody? My name is Gary Wu. I am the industry director, a CS senior. A little bit about the industry team. We sort of create the corporate relations for things like our podcast and Hack AI. And a fun fact about me is I've been to 36 states. Big traveler. Nice to meet everybody.
Hey guys, I'm Aaron Chang. I'm the projects director. I'm a CS sophomore. Basically, my job is putting all together all the workshops to teach you about AI and other stuff. And I just want to answer a question right now because I get asked it a lot. AI is meant for everyone, and we have a lot of beginner-friendly things. Like we're gonna have a workshop series, I think next week or sometime after that, where you don't have any coding experience at all. Don't even know Python. Don't even know what even coding is, if-else statements or anything like that. And then we're gonna teach another workshop series about artificial intelligence itself and theory about that. And this is just my team. Most of them aren't here, sadly, but I have the biggest team, and those are my project coordinators that help me make workshops for all of you guys. And a fun fact about me is that it's really shameful for me to say it, but I spent so much time in Valorant that I'm radiant. So if anyone wants to queue, hit me up on AIS Discord, and I'll try to hurry you. But,
Dang, I didn't know we had a radio player on our team. It's crazy. Now we're gonna meet our faculty sponsor, Dr. Gordon Arnold, and he's gonna talk about a brief overview on AI and its applications. So please give applause for our.
Do I really have to use the mic?
It's up to you if you're loud. I mean.
I'll take that off if you promise not to breathe on me.
I'll try.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So I am a faculty member here at UTD. I am the faculty advisor for these guys. Other than that, my only role here is so that the school has somebody official to blame if something goes dreadfully, horribly wrong. So please don't make something go dreadfully, horribly wrong. I appreciate that. They have asked me to talk about AI. They've also given me 5 minutes and counting. So the chances of that actually happening are slim to none. However, I do want to touch base with you guys. What do you know about artificial intelligence? 0. Thank you. Yes, honesty. I like that. What is the definition of artificial intelligence? How do we define that? I mean, it's a term that's been thrown around on this stage a lot just in the last couple of minutes. But what does that actually mean? Right? A lot of people used to define artificial intelligence as getting a computer to do something that a intelligent agent, a person, or in some cases maybe an animal, would be able to do. Right? The definition has changed a little bit over the years, but that's still the gist of it. Okay? The problem we run into, right, is that people tend to think of it in terms of things that, well, we can't get a computer to do that yet, so we need to use AI to get it to work, right? The problem is once we get AI in there and get it to work, nobody considers it an artificial intelligence problem anymore. Okay? Think about that for a second. If you can get a computer to do it, it's not really intelligence, right? One example, being able to read a book. Most of you are college students. How many people in here have actually read a book before? Okay, the hands that aren't going up worry me, but that's okay, I guess. Okay. How hard is it for a computer to read a book? As in a physical piece of paper with stuff written on it? Is that a difficult prospect?
Yes.
It is?
I mean,
We got a yes.
depends on the handwriting.
Depends on the handwriting. I was thinking printed, but okay.
I mean, if it's printed, it's not that.
If it's printed, it's not a problem at all. Actually, handwriting, as long as it's block letters, isn't really a problem now either. That used to be back when I was your age, let's say that, decades and decades ago, that was a big problem. You couldn't get a computer to do that. That would involve like adding a camera and then trying to interpret the picture and all this, right? That is now something that people don't even consider AI anymore. Now AI is, at least with the images, is more, okay, what type of bird is that? Has this person been past this camera before? That type of thing. Okay? So keep in mind that what I'm hoping is that a lot of you come in here, do this artificial intelligence stuff, get to know it, get to use it, right? And come up with new things, exciting things that eventually won't be considered artificial intelligence either. Okay? Does that make sense? Okay, thank you. We got one guy nodding on here in the front. That's a positive thing. Artificial intelligence has multiple facets. The thing is, you don't have to know all of those facets to be able to appreciate it, to be able to use it, right? A study fairly recently said that 1 in 5 companies incorporate artificial intelligence into what they do and what they deliver to people now. That number is only going to go up. Okay? There are different types. There are devices that learn while you watch, right? Those are the things that get better over time. The NPC in the video game that you mentioned, right? The first time you play it or the first time anyone plays it, not so good. By the time it gets to you in production out there, yeah, it's kicking your ass. That's how that works. It gets better over time. Okay? Others are things that you don't want to get better over time. You want to get the best possible. Those are generally organized into information systems and list processing type systems. When you go to a doctor and they use an AI to determine what's wrong with you, you don't want it getting better over time. Right? You want it to be right the first time. Right? The doctor may practice, but you don't want the AI to. These are a lot of different things. If you want to build these things, it requires math. It requires logic and computers. If you want to use these things, it doesn't require nearly that much. And if you just want to appreciate them, all you got to do is get out there and see it. I can guarantee you whatever job you have lined up in the future will be involving computers with AI on them at some point. Okay? If you want to be prepared for that, you need to have at least some understanding. You don't have to be an expert at it, but you have to know what's going on. Okay? The easiest and best way to do that is these guys. Right? Get started early. Yes, thank you. Applaud. Yes, no, that's good. That's what these guys are for. Right? Their goal is to put this in a form you can use. Whether you're just appreciating it or whether you're coding the next big thing, right? And I tell you, if you have the opportunity, spend time with these guys, join, contribute, okay? Not only does something like that look good on a resume, it's going to make you a more productive person wherever you end up after here. So, thanks.
Thank you, Professor Hall. That was awesome. I definitely felt a little inspired by that too when I heard it. But we'll go ahead and talk about. Give me 1 second. All right, found it. All right, cool. So now we're going to talk about what we do, right? Specifically, what may interest you or what might you lean towards. So we're going to start off with kind of our 3 main initiatives that I talked about at the beginning of the overview. So AIS is split up into 3 ones, which are community events, which is led by Utso, our VP of community events. Then we have conference events, which is led by Rushi, our VP of conference events, and then our outreach programs. One of them I mentioned was AIM, which is led by Omar, our VP of outreach programs. So I'm going to hand it off to Utso, and he's going to talk about community events.
Alright, for community events, it's basically, as I said beforehand, just doing all of the types of events, small to medium size, let that be technical workshops or industry events where we have various company speakers, like a startup type of event where we kind of show various type of AI products happening in the industry and stuff like that. In the past, we've done ethics talks about AI, industrial talks, again, technical workshops. And then for social events, to kind of balance it out, to not keep it all the time really technical, we do coffee talks, which can be anything. It could be AI related, or it could be just related to college life or something like that. We do game nights. We might do a game night on campus, or maybe a bowling place or something like that. Discord social where people could just hang out or Q&A. And then just for some upcoming events, again, as mentioned, really same thing as past events. We'll try to balance it out, try to incorporate also school outreach events and maybe a variety of industry events, maybe the intersection with accounting and finance with AI, or startup events and all that kind of stuff. But the main highlight for now, as Aaron already mentioned, is that we have a workshop series coming up. Next week it should start, at least the first part, where it's going to be the intro to Python, and then there'll be a general intro to deep learning. So that's welcome to anybody inexperienced or experienced.
Thank you for that. So yeah, definitely come on to those workshops next week. It's super beginner friendly, and we really want you guys. So the intimidation factor that you guys have will definitely be hopefully a little bit smaller if you guys come on to workshops. So next we're going to go to conference events for Rushi.
All right. So how many people here are CS majors? Too many guys. How many of those CS majors want to work at Google per se? If you could, I know it's simple, but Google. Yo, who does not want to work at Google? What is this? Okay. So conference events, we have a very simple goal. I have a lot of lines on there, but it's a very simple goal. It's to bridge the gap between companies and you. You guys are all in college, we're all in college. We're not working with Google. We're not working with Elon Musk. No, we don't have the skills for that yet. But what we do have the skills for is networking, and that's what conference events does. So who was participating in Hack AI last year? See, I have there, maybe my boy has a hand up there. 2 people. All right, good. OpenAI, who's heard of OpenAI before? People who didn't think. Okay. So for those of you who don't know, OpenAI is as you can guess, it's a company that works in AI, super cool, super elite, and right now has a waitlist to use this API. The waitlist is over 10 years long. Everyone who participated in Hack AI last year, they got it. What is it, like 100,000 credits they got to use?
Yeah.
100,000 credits they got to use. People were working with, at Google, all right? My dad, he does AI. He was working with it, he couldn't get it, but we got it. And that's the beauty of conference events. You know, we bridge that gap between events. Our goal is to bring those like elite companies, those cutting edge companies that are working with AI and giving you that first-hand experience with them. So as I said before, the coolest event that AI hosts is Hack AI, which is the largest AI themed hackathon at UT. And some of the other events that we've done is like Hack Reason, which as you can guess from the name, this has to do with automated reasoning. We have also done like AI workshops, like AI conference, which is like a 2-day event full of like workshops, talks, networking, and like kind of just learning about AI. But as like the person who manages conference events, there's one thing I can really say is that take that leap and just join and participate in Hack AI. Because even if you don't know anything about AI, if you're not like really sure if you want to go into CS, if your parents made you be a CS major, like all that stuff, no matter what your reasoning is, this is like a really good way for you to understand like the possibilities of CS and like the endless like opportunities that are in it. Like for example, I'm on the pre-med track. I want to be a doctor, right? But I'm still doing this because like AI has like an endless amount of opportunities to work in like medicine or like if you're going to finance, like what is it, JSON? Is that JSON? I don't know. I'm not even JSON, right? Like if you want to go finance, if you want to like trade stocks or whatever, like AI is up there. So this is a whole bunch of opportunities. Just hop in, join, it'll be a lot of fun. Thank you.
You're going to have AI next semester? Yes. Yes, it's going to be definitely fun. I wish I could do it all personally, but it is what it is. So, like I said, Omar, our VP of Outreach Programs, is not here unfortunately, so I'll be on his behalf. So as I kind of mentioned, or it's in the name really, we do outreach. Have you guys heard of CS Outreach here at UTD? Yes? Okay. One baby right there in the corner. All right, cool. Yeah, so we're kind of similar in a sense, but obviously our content is going to be AI, ML, NLP, like kind of all these big field names under the AI umbrella. So the main kind of thing, well, why we do this is because it's like, I guess we're trying to matriculate, high school students to really experience this field, develop appreciation when they get to college, they'll be equipped with the tools and resources necessary to actually, go and actually build these applications. So our current outreach program is going to be the AI Mentorship Program. So this is really for you beginners. So it's a semester-long program. We're teaching students about foundational AI concepts, or like basic stuff, where you start from how you build one line of code and how that runs. And then the mentees, they complete like a semester-long project with guided experience mentors, right? So these are mentors who've actually done it. They've been there. They've been at your position, so they know how you feel initially. So the only thing about the AIM program is we require some basic programming experience. That's our main focus on the AI portion of it, not per se like, how to do system.out.println, So AIM program, the applications are open. If you want to join or apply, you can do aisut.org/join, and you can see the AIM mentorship program application on there. So if that's interesting to you, there's like no harm in applying. You might as well do it, right? So that's there. I'm going to go on to the next one. All right, cool. So this is our new thing, I guess, for this kickoff. It's our membership program. It's totally beta, so we don't know if it's going to work or if it's just going to go down the drain. We'll see. That's why we have you guys here to test it out for us. So what is the membership program? It's, first iteration, of course, that's what beta means. But it's also for those, who've been at AIS and they really like our content and they want to upgrade their learning experience, right? Members, really, we want to give them the extra time and commitment, and we really want to develop those people. So it's going to really elevate your experience here at AIS. We also have cool benefits. We'll talk on the next slide. And it's completely free. Like, I know most organizations, here on campus have like dues for membership and whatnot. Yeah, scratch that. We're not doing that. We believe that education really should be free, and even a membership where we're giving even more out to you, it should be free as well. So as the why we're doing this semester, we realized since we're kind of a specific focused community, we want to develop a quality community rather than a quantity community, right? It doesn't make sense to have I don't know, 800 people in our Discord, and really only like 40 of them really interact with the content, actually love it, and really want to do something with it, right? So this membership is really just a way to cultivate that community and really develop on those individuals, which is my second bullet point, right? People whose interests really align with their goals, who really want to try something new, learn something new, see where it goes. This membership is there for you to really cultivate that interest. And then finally, giving back to the community. This membership actually benefits y'all more than it does us. This is taking time out of our day, but we really want to do it because we've all been there, where someone has helped us, and so that's why we're here trying to give back to y'all, because we know how much value added to our college careers. So really, in your 4 years here, you really want to do something that that's going to really add value to your career after college. So this is a really great way to do that. So enough about the what and the why. Let's go into the benefits that you're probably most interested in. So the first one is member-only network. So like I said, 800 people on our Discord server. Only like a few amount of actually, they actually enjoy our content and actually participate. We want to really group those individuals who have that like-minded set, right? Because it's much more easier to work in a team where people actually have one common goal than a scattered team and whatnot. So member-only network, basically you get to interact with people who are like you, who have similar interests, career interests, right? And so this will be really great for networking. Their second benefit is one-on-ones. One thing I've realized in my time here at UTD is it's really beneficial to just like talk to a mentor on a one-on-one, kind of my specific goals, what I want to do, how do I kind of brand myself as an individual when I'm especially going like job hunting and whatnot, right? And so one of the things that we want to do here at AIS is really give that opportunity back to y'all. So one of the things to ask me anything, it's kind of like Q&A. We get a 30-minute call session. You can blow away with any questions you guys want, and we'll answer it to our best of our ability. So I think that'll be really valuable to you guys. Another thing we're trying to do is resume reviews. So resume office hours really just like kind of a queue system. Y'all jump in, still one-on-one. We kind of go over your resume, kind of see where you want to go, what kind of companies you're targeting for, and kind of help you, develop those interests as well as kind of tinker it towards your career interests. And then the third benefit is template served on committees. So as I mentioned, there's total of 3, right, which is outreach programs, community events, and conference events. So one great way is if you want to get a feel for how organization work is, what we do, and kind of the nuts and bolts behind it, you can temporarily serve on a committee, kind of get a feel for what it is like to be an officer, maybe shadow someone. And if you're really interested, you really like what we do here, we do have officer positions, right, as I mentioned a little bit later. And so that could be like kind of a conversion type thing for y'all. So this is kind of a way to just dip your feet in the water, kind of how it is to be beyond the giving end of things, right? So there's that. As for the other 4, which are currently unavailable, this basically means it's something that we really try to be put as part of the membership plan, but we currently can't support due to the nature of the benefit as well as our current resources as a team. But in the near future, hopefully, by the end of the semester or even future semesters, we're going to try to release these benefits to y'all as they're all valuable. So for example, member-only events are exclusive events tailored towards our members, right? So like I said, like-minded people, we kind of know our audience, so we kind of know what y'all want, and it's going to really upgrade that learning experience. Job opportunities, as we connect with partner companies, they're going to come to us, they're going to know what kind of community we have, and they're going to try to recruit from y'all. So, you guys will get that first experience on trying for that company. And then obviously, access to partner company tools. We're not too sure it's feasible. As Rishi said, we got OpenAI to give their API, which thousands of people have been waiting for so long, right? And so this would be a really great benefit for y'all if we can do that. And then obviously access to AIS Drip. As you guys can see, it's pretty fire, and we really want to release it to the community so you guys can walk around and look at those cool people on the streets and whatnot. So anyway, these are kind of the 7 benefits that we have so far. We're going to release it the last 4 in future semesters, but currently we can support the current 3, which is why it's kind of the beta test, see how it goes. So if y'all really like it, we're definitely going to upgrade it and make it more valuable to y'all in the future. So I guess it's not really a caveat. I guess in a sense, membership has some expectations, right? Because all this sounds great, but you got to put a little effort on your part as well. So AIS members, if you do become a member, we expect y'all to have a meet attendance quota. So the attendance quota, simply put, is we ask you all to attend 3 of AIS events per semester. So any events that we host, or even if we do collab events, right? Those count as AIS events. So we ask you all to do 3 of those per semester. Second one is 1 event per month. So I guess this is kind of a way of, you don't just do 3 events within the first month, do all the easy stuff, and not do anything else the rest of the semester, right? We really want you guys to be engaged in your learning process, doing from easy to all the difficult stuff. The only exemption policy that we have for this is we understand that, college always comes first. We understand that it is for us too. So maybe 1 month might get busy with exams. So let's just say 1 month you can't meet the quota for 1 event per month. Then you can get exempt on that month, so you don't attend any AIS events, and you can just do the next month and attend that quota. So these are kind of the 2 main quotas. And obviously, I guess it's kind of obvious, but if you don't meet the quota, we're going to temporarily terminate your membership, and we'll give you a chance to appeal. Maybe you have some valid reason, like, hey, there's some thing that went on why I can't attend AIS events. If it's valid and verified, then we'll let you continue your membership. But it's a semester thing, kind of. So that's our beta test and kind of expectations. So if you want to apply, and this all seems pretty interesting, really do hope that you apply, because like you said, it's benefiting y'all more than it benefits us. You can scan this QR code. I'll leave it on the screen for 10 seconds if you want to pull out your phones and scan it. Or you can just go to aisuc.org/join. That's also there. Every single application that I put out there is going to be there for y'all. All right. So let's go to the next one. Now, speaking of joining, right? We have some amazing partner organizations here today, and they have a lot of amazing initiatives. And I was a part of a lot of organizations when I started first, so definitely want to hear from y'all. So we're going to go and start with the first one, CSG.
All right. Hello, I'm Laith. I'm president of CSG. If you don't know what that is, that's the UTD Computer Security Group. We do cybersecurity stuff. If that's something you're interested in, our main thing is we do tech talks on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Every Wednesday of the month, except for the first. We'll go to a different event. If you check our Discord, you can see more about that. Sometimes there'll be corporate talks. Companies like to hire out of our stuff, so we've had State Farm, Qualcomm's looking to do something, Paycom, there's a bunch. They're always really good. They have some insights as to how cybersecurity is applied in the real world, and then you can give your resumes at the end. We also are doing some Ctfs and workshops. If you're not familiar with what that is, Ctf is Capture the Flag. It's kind of a hackathon style event, but it's more security oriented. You get challenges, and you have to break into this box or crack this crypto challenge or something, and you get points, and then we'll have prizes for the winners. If you have no idea where to start on that, we're doing workshops. Those will usually be on Fridays. There's different disciplines. We prefer if you come to all of them, but if you're just interested in one topic, then you can go ahead and sign up for just one. Towards the end of the semester, we have Fire Talks, which is where we invite our members to come up and present a short presentation on what they've been working on, around 15 minutes. I highly recommend if you only come to one UTD or one CSG event, that's the one you should come to. And our kickoff will be next Wednesday, September 8th. The location will be announced in our Discord, so go ahead and scan that QR code, and we'll keep you updated there. Thank you.
Next up, we have Acm.
All right, hey everyone, my name's David. I'm the president of the UTD chapter of Acm this semester. So I'm going to quickly go over some of the stuff that we're doing this semester, and hopefully you'll get involved. So Acm is divided into a few different divisions that are each geared towards trying to provide some kind of unique experience to help you students, and especially underclassmen and freshmen, kind of get a leg up in their careers, or just a leg up on campus. I know, like, hopefully being at the tail end of COVID, we can start doing, kind of social stuff again. So we got all sorts of stuff. So first up is Acm Projects. This is a semester-long program where you and a team will develop an app, like a mobile app or a web app, and in fact, we even have a hardware project this semester. And you're guided by an upperclassman and a industry mentor. So this is a really great way to, learn new skills and get a side project on your resume. That can be a really cool talking point when you're talking to like a recruiter. You can say, this material project I have shows off my skills. So that's a really great way to get some experience. And I know a few people here have participated in Acm projects, so you can ask them more about that. Next up, if like research is more aligned with your interests or like academia, we have Acm Research, which is really similar to projects, except instead of like building a project, you work through like a research project with a faculty advisor. So somebody from the ECS faculty, that's like a professor who's really working in that field, working on a project, and you can network with them and decide whether you're interested in research and that kind of thing. Next up, so say you already have some experience, you kind of know what you're doing a little bit. We have Acm Development, which develops a bunch of cool apps both for ACM, but also for the general ACM community. So they maintain like UTD grades, you might have heard of that before. So again, that's kind of oriented towards people who have a little more experience. We have Acm Education, which does both our mentor program and TIP. So the mentor program, it says it on the label. We pair you with an upperclassman, and you get a little more information about clubs, UTD, professors to take, that kind of thing. And then TIP is the technical interview prep program. So the world of ECS is kind of infamous for the like whiteboard interview. So this program is its main goal is to help guide you through like a whiteboard interview and give you some tips and tricks on the kinds of stuff that recruiters or interviewers ask and those kinds of things. And last but not least, we also host Hack UTD, which is a hackathon here at UTD. Like they've already mentioned about Hack AI, a hackathon is just 24 hours of pure fun where you can hack together like a MVP for a project, and you get to network with recruiters, you get free food, free swag, stickers and stuff, and then there's prizes and stuff at the end. So it's a really great opportunity, again, to get some skills and also network with people. So I think that's pretty much all I had. So thank you so much, AIS, for having me.
Thank you, ACM. That was awesome. Yeah, I was an ACM Projects alumni, so definitely woo ACM. Next we have IEEE.
Hey everyone, my name is Leon and I am head of Forge for IEEE. So just as a show of hands so I understand, how many of you guys are like electrical or computer engineers, engineering major, or at least have an interest in it? Okay. Well, actually IEEE, so what IEEE stands for is Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineering. And what we do is we basically cover a lot of the different things in engineering, primarily focused on electrical engineering. If you are here in AIS, then you will see in the future that a lot of artificial intelligence things coincide with electrical engineering things. So it might be a good thing to look into. So what we do is we offer a lot of different committees that are geared primarily towards electrical engineering in terms of education and projects and events as well. So some of the committees that we have are, for example, the technical committee, where we do events, where we teach you guys about different hardware and software and how to use them on a more advanced level. The events committee that sets up different events for you guys to participate in. Tutoring, where we offer tutoring for different classes that are on the ECE track. And I think we're going to be able to offer computer science tutoring as well. We have a good group of tutors that are basically available 24/7 that you can reach out to, and they're very helpful. You can ask anyone in ECE. We also have the Forge, which is what I manage. And the Forge is basically in charge of doing different student-led projects for you to participate in on campus, offering real-world experience and great resume boosters. We also have what's called Comet Hack, which is another hackathon, but this one is geared primarily towards hardware. And even though it has hardware components in it, we still need a lot of software to be able to sustain Comet Hack as well. So if you are interested, please join. And we also have Women in Engineering. This is a branch that basically tries to spread diversity and education and support different women in engineering. So if you are interested in this, there's the QR code. If you guys could scan it, please, and this will take you to the Discord. And we will have a general meeting sometime the 2nd or 3rd September. And you can also follow us on IEEE.utd.org. Thank you.
Thank you, IEEE. Next up, we have Women Who Compute.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Nicole, and I am the Vice President of Women Who Compute. WWC is a club that seeks to foster a community of women in technology where we can provide mentorship, support, and provide opportunities for professional and personal growth. We host a variety of events, one of them being technical workshops where our members can build their technical skills. We collaborate with many different companies where they'll come down and they'll talk about a day in their life at that company, a certain tech stack they're working on. And so our members can hear more about what it's like to be a woman in the industry. We also collaborate with many of the student boards as you guys have heard tonight, for other workshops as well, such as resume and interview prep workshops. And we also host a variety of diversity and inclusion panels and other similar panels where people from many different backgrounds can share their experience as a woman or underrepresented minority in technology. And we also have a Ladies in Tech Speed mentoring program in collaboration with SWE, where this is mainly for underclassmen, women in STEM, where they can sign up and you get assigned a mentor, usually of your major, and it's a semester-long program where you just get to know one another. It's very similar to the freshman mentor program. And going back to some of our events, we also have community outreach events where we go and volunteer, and recently we've been collaborating with a lot of local public high schools and talking to some of the young women there interested in technology. And finally, our most notable event, which is speed mentoring. We host this event every semester, and it's very similar to speed dating, except instead of having a couple of dates, which may or most usually not work out and you never see them again, we instead invite a lot of different companies and other nonprofit organizations, and you get the chance to talk to these recruiters and engineers one-on-one. And this is a great mentorship opportunity, but it's also a great professional opportunity. I know myself, having attended speed mentoring as a freshman, was able to later get an internship as a sophomore based off of the relationship I had built at that event. And I still keep in contact with a lot of the people I met there. And if you'd like to learn more about Women Who Compute, feel free to follow us on our social media, our Instagram, our Facebook. And we also have a Discord server as well, which you can probably find in any of the other organizations' Discord servers. And again, this is really a great community. I have grown a lot, and I'd love to continue growing with a lot of you guys. And yeah.
Thank you. Next up, we have Mentoring Women in Engineering. I'm feeling there is not a rep.
You can do it.
I could do it. I don't know about that, Chief, but all right. I guess we'll go on to the next one. Sweet. All right. Yeah, we're partying over there. That's awesome.
Go, Mama!
Sorry, guys, it's a long walk.
It's okay.
Hi, everyone. My name is Maha, and I'm the president of the Society of Women Engineers this year. So I was the only electrical engineering major in the room. But yeah, we're the Society of Women Engineers. And so a little bit about us. From day to day, we do a lot of industry events. We bring in a lot of different companies for all types of events and professional development opportunities. And then we also host socials and outreach programs and events for all of our speakers to get to know each other. And then also on the side, we have some of our programs. So the biggest program that we have in the fall, every year there's a Women in Engineers conference, and it's the largest conference for women in engineers in the world. And so our section actually sponsors a certain number of speakers to go to the conference. This year it's in October, and so our conference applications are open, and they're announced on our Instagram, so you can follow that as well. So for this scholarship, we actually sponsor the flight, the hotel, and the transportation. So it's definitely a great opportunity. Then we also have our SWORD program, which is our long-term volunteering program. This past summer, we had our first iteration working with the Plano Public Library. So it's a STEM enrichment volunteering program. We also have SMASH, which is our competition program. And then Ladies in Tech, which Nicole mentioned earlier, it's our mentorship program, where we partner freshmen with upperclassmen just to get them situated in the major and help them develop professionally and socially. And then finally, we also have DHAC, which is a women and non-binary oriented hackathon. This school year, it will be happening in February, so keep an eye out for that. And then at the bottom, we have our GroupMe and Discord links. So feel free to join. And then we also have our social medias. So yeah, that's sweet. Thank you.
Thank you, Sweet. And next up, we have UX Club.
Hi everybody, my name is Miriam Kaplani and I'm here from the UX Club. The point of the UX Club is to raise awareness about user-centered design. And how we do that is we have bi-weekly events on Wednesdays from 7 to 8. So we have stuff like beginner Adobe XD Figma workshops, talks with industry professionals, speed networking, and design competitions where you can get amazing prizes like Echo Dots and many other stuff. It's really fun. So our biggest event that we host every year is the UX conference. This year, we're hosting it on October 16th, and the title is Designing for a Changing World. And we're going to be focusing on how to create meaningful design in a rapidly evolving world. So it's going to be, like I mentioned, October 16th from 9 to 5, and we're going to have speed networking, which is one of our biggest events, industry professional talks with them, and lots of workshops. So to stay updated on all of our events, make sure to scan that and follow us on all of our social medias. And yeah, we'd love to see you at our club. Thank you.
Thank you, UX Club. And I believe this is our last one, blockchain. Last but not least.
Thank you. Hey everyone, I'm Arsh. I'm the president of the UTD Blockchain Club. So as the name suggests, we're a club that creates awareness about blockchain technologies on campus and how it relates to different fields like e-commerce, finance, of course, engineering. Our main emphasis and goal throughout our existence has always been to get students in and expose them to blockchain, because this is a field that's not talked about as much as it should, even though we're all CS majors, almost all of us are CS majors here. So we hold events and workshops, activities, QA sessions with companies that are partners, like those industry professionals, and so that you can get exposed to different technologies and add them to your skill set, or maybe even pursue this full time if you so choose to. So we have our kickoff the Thursday after this one, which is September 9th at 7 p.m. Location and details can be found on that. We're still figuring that out. So if you want to go ahead and just scan that's the link to all our social, like Discord, Instagram, LinkedIn, our website, all that good stuff. And yeah, so I hope that I see some of you there. And lastly, just want to thank these guys for having me here. And fun fact, I was standing right here at some point, I think 2 years ago. So Shout out to them.
So that concludes our partner organization. So before I give up to Alice to talk about Osh applications, I really just want to emphasize the fact, like, even if AIS is just not your fit or not your like cup of tea, all these organizations definitely have something that you may or may have be interested in. Like, for example, I started off with Acm Projects to kind of boot my college career, and then I just kind of swung around clubs back and forth until I found AIS. But each of these organizations really just helped me, learn something new about the tech industry and kind of figure out where I want to go career-wise. So I really recommend joining at least one organization on campus. You're not going to regret it after your 4 years here. So shout out to all our partner orgs that came here out today. So now I'm going to give it off to Allison to talk about Osh applications and a different way you can join an organization.
Hey guys, so we're opening applications to join our organization, and who doesn't want to join after everything that we've heard? So we have the fundraiser open, we have the industry license, the graphic designer, the logistics coordinator, and the software developer position open. So if you're interested in giving back to the community, joining us, learning a lot of great new things. I've only been here for a couple of months and I've learned a lot of things already. So, and people who are really cool, you can meet them, you can work underneath them, you can apply for the position maybe when they retire. And yeah, the deadline to apply is Tuesday, September 7th at 11:59 p.m. So you have about a week to do it. And if you want to do it, you can go ahead and scan this to apply. And even if you don't have any experience, don't worry, because I didn't either when I applied. And all we really look for is a willingness to learn, a willingness to grow as a person. And yeah, it's going to be really fun. You guys join. We have a great team here.
Just to add on to that, if you have no clue what these positions entail, if you just go to our website, aiscg.org/join, you've been hearing that a lot. We have descriptions of the positions, so you can check out more and kind of to see what you might be slightly interested in for applying for it. Giveaway time, yay! I'm pretty sure you guys were hyped for that. So we have the 2018 Hack AI t-shirt here today. And then we have an Android keychain and 2 Google paper notebooks. These are kind of the swag items back in pre-COVID, when we were popping off, but we want to give away kind of legacy items here today. So, does anyone have a laptop? Yes, no, maybe so? Okay, so so we're gonna do the giveaway right now. Everyone who RSVP is already eligible. So if you're a walk-in, sorry, we don't have you in the system. So if you're already there, even virtual people too, if you RSVP, you're in the system. So we're gonna try to get the giveaway winner soon. But how's everyone doing tonight so far? Woo! Yeah. Do we have an update? No? Okay, 1 second. Do you have a laptop? Okay. I guess honestly, this is probably a good time. If you guys have any questions, I know we didn't really give time for Q&A. I think this is a really great time. So just raise your hand if you have any questions so far, just about organization, anything in general. Anyone?
So real quick, who's interested in joining the member thing and working on the committees? Give a quick hand.
Oh my God.
So out of those people, what we could do, whatever this happens, is that if you want to talk to one of us, if you want to join conference, the best one, my committee, you can talk to me. If you want to join the other ones, you can talk to them. But if you guys just want to raise your hands and bring one of us over, either before this or after that, we're more than happy to come talk to you guys one-on-one.
Yeah, that works. I guess we'll kind of also post Q&A kickoff session. After the kickoff's over, you guys can come up on stage and ask us questions personally. That also works too. Okay, sounds good. All right, we're almost there. Okay, I'll get back to this. So we actually have a giveaway 2.0. So we only have one winner for the first one. The second one, I'll give you a little backstory. So for those who attended Hack AI, earlier this year, we actually asked a question on our application, which was, what is one piece of one best advice that you've heard from your entire life, right? And it was an optional question, but almost over 90% of the applicants, actually gave a really solid piece of advice. And so I guess what I envisioned was I was gonna, give that away, all those compiled pieces of advice to all the Hack Guy applicants. But silly me, I completely forgot to do that. And so it kind of, here now, I thought, for all you attending Kickoff, even on virtually, is you can kind of access QR code. And this is the best advice compilation. Honestly, I actually read this before coming here. I felt pretty motivational coming here, so it clearly worked. We have quotes from We Are the Future We Work For, which is pretty deep. And then another guy said, listen to your mother, which is pretty true, but so if you want to scan it, go for it. It's kind of nice to just see different advice that your peers gave you. There's also a link, bit.ly/best-advice-hack-the-eye. So I recommend checking that out. It's just really something nice for y'all, and everyone can share and enjoy together. Do we have an update? All right, cool. We're gonna go back. Oh, there we go. Oh, okay. I want to push this up. Param Vira Machenindi. Sorry, I know I'm Indian, but I'm pushing that up. Is he here today? Wait, is it virtual? No? By the way, unfortunately, we actually have
Virtual.
Virtual? He's a virtual winner? Okay, cool. Round of applause, So with our virtual winner, the next time you attend an AIS event, you can either shoot us an email or just attend the event, come one of us, and we'll have your swag ready for you. We only have medium, extra large, and 2XL, so I hope you're one of those sizes, or maybe just watch it 10 bajillion times. But yeah, so congratulations on that. We're gonna go ahead and talk about, oh no, that's the wrong one. We're gonna talk about food, probably the only thing you guys came here for, am I right? So I'm gonna pass up to Utsa to talk about what the food situation is out. And by the way, we do have food, so just trying to make sure you all get that.
All right, given UT's mandate with the pandemic going on and everything, the way it'll work is we'll exit 1 or 2 rows out each time. Each row should exit out from that exit, just because there's some dance orientation thing going outside there, so we don't want to disturb them. And the people that do have raffles, give your raffle to the people at the table so you can grab your food and then just leave. You cannot eat your food in the lobby, that's what UTD told us. So you just gotta take your food and go outside and eat and enjoy it, I guess. Basically, if we have leftover food, you can come back for seconds. That's cool. Other than that, if you do not have a raffle, I know there's a few exceptions at the beginning. Just let the people know and we'll give your food, but it has to be grab and go, and that's pretty much it. So.
Okay, yeah, so I was saying that for Q&A, since many of you didn't have, I guess none of you had questions, if you guys want to come up on stage and ask anything about what we talked about, by the way, these slides, they're on our website, AICT.org. If you just /kickoff, you can see the slides link, so you can access any of this information on your own time. So don't worry if you didn't get actually anything today. But yeah, also no options emailing us if you're not comfortable talking in person. I'm pretty cool, but it is what it is. So that basically sums it up. Everyone get a round of applause. Woo! We're done. 8:15. We started late, but thank y'all for coming here. This is awesome. We actually had a better turnout than I expected, so this is great. So here's how we're gonna do it for food. We're gonna release the first couple rows at a time, and the next couple rows, so it's not everyone's jam-packed. Allison, are you handling the food situation? Okay, which row do you want to release first? All right. First, back to your rows. You guys are good to go. What?
Oh yeah, go to the right door.
Oh, go to the right door. Sorry, go to the right door. My bad. And don't worry, there's plenty of food for everyone, so don't worry about not getting any. We actually over-ordered, so that usually happens. If there's any food, it's going to be in my meal for the next 3 weeks, so just let me know.